Hello, welcome to the 1950 Belgian Grand Prix. This race is round 5 of the 7-round 1950 Formula 1 World Championship. The grids continue from the result in Bremgarten, where Giuseppe Farina made a pit stop in the conditions and dropped from the leads to 4th place. So he is now a bit hamstrung. In this race, he's got to find his way past Davidhampshire and then get after his teammates in the Alfa Romeo. There we go with Fagioli and Fangio at the front. Camotti, he had a decent race in Bremgarten. He starts 6th here, so maybe a chance of points for him. Byra's up there as well. De Graaf and Reed. Senesi in the Alfa Romeo, he got all the way up to 8th in Bremgarten, so he might be poised to get up into the points today if the Alfa's pace remains as it has been. Reg Parnell, he starts 9th. He's been quite impressive regardless of losing his Alfa Romeo drive. Still pretty quick in that Maserati. We must mention Louis Chiron because he dropped out of the Swiss Grand Prix, and all of a sudden, a season that at one point looks like it was going to be a bit of a cakewalk for him, now means that he is level on points to Fagioli. He's got Farina only 3 behind him, and he's not even in the top 20 of the grid. I think he's 21st, or he might be 19th, but we'll find out when we get there in a minute. But Chiron, he's got an awful lot of work to do, because even if he does manage to somehow get up into 4th or 5th place today, those Alfas are poised to score big points once again, and potentially the championship is over for Chiron. He's 21st, there you go, but not in terms of points necessarily, but in terms of the hope that Maserati is now well behind, having to catch up through the races with the fastest car and drivers who are absolutely bang on form out of the front and able to pull away. So difficult times to come up for Louis Chiron if he wants any hope of being able to fight for that championship into the final round at Monza. The next couple of races are crucial. Here we go then. The grid at Spa is ready. Fagioli is on pole. You've got Fangio. You've got Davidhampshire there in 3rd. What can he do? Has Maserati got any hope? Well, Fagioli is away well. Then it's Fangio. Farina already pulling alongside Hampshire. So it looks like Alfa Romeo are going to make their customary good start. They've been good at the starts of races all season. In the early races they did struggle as the race went on, but I'm sure they have got on top of those issues. Must have been tyre wear issues, but they've got on top of those now and no issues. There we go. The Alfa Romeos are away in their formation order. Fagioli, Fangio and Farina, and everyone behind is already dropping back. Hampshire is in 4th, but he is dropping back quite significantly. And this is the battle now between the 3 Alfa Romeos. They may well switch, they may well choose to keep position, but realistically, Chiron is way back, and they've got the option today. They can do what they like and try to give each of their drivers a chance of fighting for the championship. Fangio has been the one who's not got the standout results quite so much this season so far. And there's Farina having a look at Fangio. Fangio needs to try to hold that 2nd place today, because if Farina passes him, Fangio again will be the 3rd best driver in this team. He needs to make a point that he can run with these other 2. So that is what Fangio is trying to do today. And we're watching this 3 Alfa Romeos. There's Farina still in place, and Senesi is already up in the 4th place. So good running from Senesi, maximising what that Alfa Romeo can do. And there's 4 Alfa Romeos in this race, and they are 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Hampshire is still holding on in 5th. He will hope that he can hold that, because that will give him obviously a nice little result, a couple more points in a season where it's becoming progressively more and more difficult for anybody to beat those Alfa Romeos. To get 5th place is about the best you can do if they don't have a problem, and that is where Hampshire is at the moment. So he'll hope to stay there. He did manage to steal a podium in Bremgarten, but I don't think that's going to be the case today. Looking at the pace here, I mean, look, Senesi is already pulling away from those Maseratis as well in 4th place and attempting to catch his teammates. I think that may have to wait for the next race, assuming he can finish 4th and start in 4th for the next race. But still, the leading 3 Alfa Romeos, they are in their order of their grid order, basically. Fagioli, Fangio, Farina, they're just parading around. I think they're just displaying the Alfa Romeo dominance and how good their cars are. And yeah, it is a sales parade basically for Alfa Romeo today. They are looking very, very good, very, very strong. There is Fangio we're watching. He is in 2nd place. and then Farina in third. Fagioli is still looking very, very comfortable up at the front, and let's just hope these last few races aren't going to be dull, like completely dull, because at the moment this Belgian Grand Prix it's pretty standardised. It's not really, there might be action happening further back, but because the Alfa Romeos are close together, we don't take the camera off of them for a long time, because what happens is we take the camera off of the front runners who don't look like they're doing anything, and then it all changes. So as we can see back there, Hampshire is the positions are out of sync at the moment because someone has retired, and it's briefly, because the pit lane is ahead of where they are, the game has briefly put them into first position. That won't be the case. So yes, there's a few retired, which means Sanesi though has got his proper position back now at fourth place. Fagioli still leads Fangio, still leads Farina. These Alfa Romeos are happily battling, and the championship is going to look quite different. Chiron is going to lose the championship lead almost certainly, regardless of, yeah, even if Fagioli had a problem, Farina would still take it from him. So yeah, the championship is going to look very different after this race going into the final two. We've got the French Grand Prix at Reims to come, and then the Italian Grand Prix at Monza, and still at the moment Fagioli leads, and they're coming down to the final turn now. Fangio is going to have a last ditch little look at his teammate, but he can't make the move, and Fagioli will hold on. Fangio's now got to defend from Farina as Luigi Fagioli comes around across the line and win the Belgian Grand Prix. Fantastic for Fagioli, a second win in a row. Fangio second for the second race in a row, and Farina passes Davidhampshire to get up into third place, and they're comfortably clear. Sanesi will gain, and he will come in fourth in the other Alfa Romeo, and then Davidhampshire, he holds on for a couple of points. So by and large, when Chiron's not been there, Hampshire has been the next best Maserati driver, and he's doing a decent job. So yeah, so Fagioli, Fangio, Farina, Sanesi and Hampshire, that's the top five and the point scorers. So let's have a look at the World Championship now after this Belgian Grand Prix, and it is all changed. Louis Chiron no longer leads it. Luigi Fagioli, he is the man in the lead now, 26 points, 7 ahead of Farina. So if he was to finish ahead of Farina in France, and he's in a position to do it at the minute, Fagioli could wrap up the World Championship a race early. Farina is in second on 19 points. Chiron and Fangio in third on 18 each. And Chiron managed to finish 14th today, so he's still got a lot of work to do if he even wants to get back into the points, and the likelihood of Chiron still being in the title battle heading to Monza is exceptionally low. Parnell, he is in 5th on 12, Byra 6th on 10, Hampshire 7th on 9, and Sanesi getting his name on the board on 3 points with 8 in 8th place. The Constructors' Championship, it's Alfa Romeo on 78 points and Maserati on 37. Well, all it remains to say really is thank you very, very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, it really helps me out, and hit the bell as well to get your notifications, and take care, and I will see you again soon.